Greetings, mortals. This is I, Space the Gamer, and welcome to my review of One Piece, chapter 841, To the East Blue. And last time we were seeing more of Sanji's past. Yeah, he had it pretty rough. He was locked up in a cell with an iron mask by his own father, and he was presumed dead by everyone. Yeah, and today we continue off with Sanji still being imprisoned after 6 months. He's getting some food, even though cooks are questioning who is that food from, because some dude takes it to them, but they don't know anything, of course. Sanji eats, and then he has a flashback within a flashback about his mother. So yeah, he really does have a mother, and he wasn't a clone of Judge like I thought. Ariel, which is really good because I wouldn't want it to be like that, even though it would be an interesting plot twist. But yeah, Sanji is a normal human who was just experimented on, and those experiments gave him nothing, so he's a normal human being. So yeah, in the flashback it shows us Sanji preparing food for his mother that is in some kind of hospital, I think. So he's going off to see her all alone, and there's a huge storm, rain, and he's delivering food for her. But he ran into a dog that was pretty pissed and attacked him, and he got to the hospital in a pretty bad shape, but he had the food, right? So he goes on and gives it to his mother, even though some maids tried this food earlier and it was pretty bad. I mean, literally, she puked up a black skull. That's what it looks like anyway. So she's telling Sanji's mother, please, miss, don't eat this. You shouldn't. But his mother eats it, and she says it tastes pretty great. So, unlike his father, Sanji's mother was a really nice person, and she's dead. She has some kind of sickness, I presume, because later they show her grave. So that's probably the moment where Sanji started to like cooking, because his mother asked him to cook for him again. So yeah, that's an interesting new information. And then we're back to the normal flashback, and Sanji's asshole brothers came to him in his cell to beat him up even more for some sick reason. Why are those assholes doing this? He has an iron mask on his face. His father told everyone that he's dead. He literally hates him, and to make it worse, he loves other children because they are doing well, because they are good in training. Yeah, because we got earlier to scene that I skipped over, where the kids beat up some kind of man, and Judge tells them, "Oh, I love you so much, you're so good children that you're training well and you're doing well and yada yada yada. You're superhumans because I experimented on you." Which is sick as hell, man. But yeah, Ichi, Niji and Yonji beat up Sanji again, and Reiji is watching it and not doing anything. So after they're done, she decides to help out Sanji with his wounds. And then she tells us that they're about to climb over the red lines and they're going to the East Blue. And we find out that a castle that Sanji has been in is on a giant snake. Like, what is up with those tails? I was wondering for a few chapters, but why are they so big? Are they transponder snails? Because that's the only thing snails have been useful for in this world of One Piece, and now they're used to travel? That's pretty weird. And with castles on top of them. So yeah. Apparently Germa 66 has some kind of war against some enemy in East Blue. Isn't really that important. But then Sanji tells Reiji that he wants to become a chef. Yeah, that came out of nowhere, but we kinda knew that. So Reiju decides to help him because he cares for his brother, unlike their other siblings, those assholes. So she just bends the bar with her superhuman strength and lets him out. But yeah, German 66 is having this war with this Koutsia kingdom or something while this is happening, so this is probably the best chance for Sanji to escape. He goes on to find his keys and he bumps into Judge. Whoops! And he tells him that he intends to leave this place and he won't be stopped by him. But Judge shows once again how horrible parent he is. He is glad that Sanji is leaving and tells him that he has no intention of stopping him, and he only kept him alive because his humanity just wouldn't let him kill his own son. So if he runs away, it's all the better for him. And Sanji is pretty sad about this. Yeah. Screw you, Judge. You're really one of the worst fathers in anime and manga. Like, next to Gendo Ikari from Neon Genesis Evangelion. And before leaving, Judge tells Sanji that under any circumstances he should not tell anyone about his origins or about his family, because he's ashamed that Sanji is his own son. So yeah, that's why Sanji never told any of the Straw Hats about his family area. Well, he wasn't really hiding it. The Straw Hats never really talk about their past, they just go along with it. If you're friends there, then it's all that matters. So during the all the fighting, there was some kind of ship, and it was probably the same ship that Sanji was on way back in the East Blue when he was talking to those chefs, and this ship was later attacked by Zeph. At least I assume that's the same ship, because he was a cook there. He was helping out in the kitchen. So yeah. So Reiji tells him to get on this ship and never come back to them. And she's sure that he'll be able to find some people that will treat him like a proper human being and send him off to his own adventure to find himself. It's a pretty touching moment. They're both crying and all, and Sanji runs away to the ship. Anyone getting a flashback from the O'Hara when Soul told Robin that she must find her friends in the world? Yeah, it's pretty similar. And then we go back to the present, and Reiji finds Sanji beat up on the floor. Hey, isn't that nostalgic? Right? And she tells him that he shouldn't look like this to meet his bride. So he should clean up himself. And then we go back to Luffy. And it has apparently been 11 hours since he began his fight with Cracker. We see Luffy being so damn fat from eating all of his biscuits that he's literally a giant ball. And it's hilarious. Man, and he's no longer in his Gear 4 form. Yeah, Gear 5th? Screw that, we have Biscuit Luffy. Man, classic Luffy. Everything is destroyed, all of Cracker's biscuit soldiers are on the ground. Luffy tells him that he's already full, but he will not give up, and Cracker will eventually run out of stamina, even though he has infinite amount of biscuits, so he'll definitely beat him, and he won't stop him from seeing Sanji again. And that's where our chapter ends. So yeah, Luffy versus Cracker is a long fight apparently, and we didn't see much of it. But Luffy is holding on even without Gear 4. Classic Luffy. Please never change, man. Please never change. I hope he figures out some way to beat Cracker and fast. I mean, I know it's Luffy and he can eat a lot, but damn! I don't know how much space does he have left in his stomach for all those biscuits. But yeah, that's about it. We don't have anything else in this chapter. So next time we'll be seeing Sanji meeting with his bride again. I forgot what her name was. Sorry about this. Her name was Pudding, right? Or something like that. And we'll probably see Luffy finally beating Cracker. And I hope he'll beat him in some weird, wacky way. The Luffy way. So yeah, as I predicted earlier, it was Reiji who helped Sanji escape from Germa 66, and that shows us that she isn't really that bad of a person, but it doesn't justify her just standing around and not helping Sanji when others are beating him down. But yeah, this was a pretty good chapter, and I'm looking forward to the next. I don't have really much else to say about this chapter. Sanji got to the East Blue, and we know the rest. So, if you like this review/reaction, then please be sure to like, rate, comment and subscribe, and follow me on social media. And look forward to my next review of One Piece chapter 842. So, until then, see you in a week, folks. Space the Gamer signing out. Peace!